Get over here!
Of all the battles in the war so far, the contest for Fort Pinel is the fiercest to date. And from this horrific clash of weapons and wills, the Crimean army emerges bloodied and exhausted, yet victorious. The prize of Fort Pinel is no small thing, but it is the promise of additional reinforcements from Gallia, and the large Benyan army encamped in Castle Dain, that keeps the breath of hope alive in the soldiers' hearts. There is one other pivotal piece in Dain's defense of the former Crimean capital, the severely undermanned Castle Nados. As the day's end draws near, Tabarin's small forces of Hawks and Galleons cease their attack and return to camp headquarters. Yeah, so if you remember last time, there were these two spots, and Ike attacked Fort Pinel while Tabarin ran guerrilla tactics just to keep Castle Nados busy.
Yep, and now I think our sights are set on Castle Nados. I think?
Yep.
Let's see.
That's where we're heading. Ah, well met. From the looks of things, the battle ended in our favor.
We claimed victory, yet Dain had more troops than we expected, and it was a hard-fought battle.
I don't have the best news to report either.
What is it?
As the day ended, we withdrew as planned, but as we were leaving, reinforcements began flooding in from the capital.
That's a piece of ill news.
The men that were originally guarding the castle were nothing special, but there was one who appeared mid-battle and crushed an entire unit by himself. He was so much stronger than the others. It was as if a wolf had appeared in a kennel of blind newborn pups.
What did he look like?
He was covered from toe to tip in black armor. That made it difficult to judge his size, but I think he was bigger than me. If my intuition's right, he is the villain you've all been talking about.
The Black Knight. He's in that castle.
Yes, he is.
Oh boy. But before we move on to that, Ike was the MVP last chapter, and we got Elincia. That was a really, really well-executed chapter, if I may say.
Yeah, we made it work.
Uh-huh. Alright, so, yeah, nothing, no bad news there. We performed that pretty well. But this is gonna be quite the chapter.
Yeah, so, a lot of you guys know this already, but our final encounter with the Black Knight is close at hand. Final for this game, at least.
Yeah, but we are going to prepare as best we can for this. So, see you guys in a bit.
Are you looking for someone, Your Highness?
Geoffrey, I'm glad you're here.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Yes, actually, I have a small favor to ask of you.
Ask anything of me, Your Highness, and I shall make it so.
Really? You would do anything?
Anything at all.
Well, then here goes. Geoffrey, I need you to leave me alone while I fight on the battlefield.
What? Without protection? But you know that is the one thing I cannot...
I don't want to hear any objections. This is in order. You must obey.
But, Princess Elincia...
Oh, yeah, that's a cute little situation where Elincia is basically like trying to do her thing in battle, but Joffrey is constantly like, you know, on her back.
He's right there the whole time.
Oh dear. Don't we have a situation like this a lot in like other... You know what? This reminds me of the Erika and Inez situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of those kinds of relationships where one won't stop protecting the other.
And then it kind of comes full circle.
Yeah. Joffrey's not like Inez, though. Inez sucks.
Yeah.
Commander, can I speak with you for a moment?
What is it, Titania?
I have something important to ask of you.
Alright. What is it?
I want you to tell me about the night Commander Grail was killed. I understand that it's difficult for you. However, I need to know. I have to. Just tell it once. It's all I ask. If you can't, His death will be something I'll never be able to face.
I feel I've done you a terrible disservice by not telling you earlier. It's just that there was a lot I had to get clear in my own mind. I know I've kept you waiting.
So you'll tell me?
Yes. I think I finally come to a point where I can face it.
Alright. Whenever you're ready.
That night, I've already told you everything up to where I was. I've already told you everything up to where I was on my way into the forest, right? At the head of the path, Father had told me to go back to the fort, but I had a bad feeling and followed him anyway. When I entered the clearing, he and the Black Knight were already fighting. They seemed to be evenly matched at first. Then they exchanged a few more blows, and suddenly Father was sent flying. They spoke to each other for a moment, but I was so far away I couldn't hear what they said. Then the Black Knight threw a sword at my father's feet. I think he wanted Father to pick it up and use it. But Father didn't touch the sword. He just readied his axe again and charged. It was over in an instant. I couldn't believe my own eyes. They just looked like they were embracing. Just standing there, frozen. But I saw the Black Knight's blade. It was protruding from Father's back and shining in the moonlight.
Oh, Grail.
Then the knight pulled his sword out. Father sagged and fell backwards. I ran and tried to catch him, but I couldn't hold him. We both fell to the ground. The wound Father had taken was terrible, but at that point he was still alive. The Black Knight approached and said, "Give it to me." I had no idea what he was talking about. I do now, though. He had been sent by King Ashnard to retrieve the medallion. Father told him he'd thrown the medallion away, but the knight didn't believe him. Then he tried to get Father to talk by threatening to kill me, and missed. I was so angry I leapt up and attacked him, but it was useless. I didn't give up, though. I didn't care what happened to me, and I attacked again.
Of all the stubbornness.
If King Gallia hadn't been nearby, I probably would have died that night, too. After the Black Knight vanished, all I could think was that I didn't want Father to die. He was still alive. I thought if I could get him back to the fort, we could save him. I clung to that false hope and started walking toward the light of the fort. I just kept walking.
Thank you, Ike. It must have been so hard for you.
Titania.
Commander Grail died on your back. His last moments must have been much happier than I imagined. Thank you. Now I can finally move past my grief.
Titania.
Yes?
There's something else I haven't told you about. I met him. I met the Black Knight again.
What?
We fought.
You did well to keep your life.
I'm not the same boy I was on that night. I've grown a lot. I've worked hard. Yet even so, I wasn't able to defeat him.
There's nothing you can do about that. Not even Commander Grail could defeat him. You're not ready to...
It's not that. It's not that my blade work wasn't good enough.
Then, what do you mean?
Titania. It's his armor. It's impervious to damage.
What? That's not possible. Even the strongest...
He said his armor had been blessed by the goddess. He said only weapons that were also blessed could hurt him.
Where are we supposed to get something like that?
I have one here.
Ike, that sword. Where...
The night after Father died, I went back to that clearing by myself. I'd hoped to find some clues that might help me hunt down the knight. The sword was still there. I brought it back with me, and I've been hiding it ever since. I wasn't thinking about using it. I believed that if I just carried the sword with me, I'd meet the Black Knight again. And it worked.
So this sword will work against him?
It's supposed to. It was made to contest Alundite, which is a sword wielded by the Black Knight.
Do you think you have a chance?
I'll win.
Alright. I won't stop you. Use that sword to avenge Commander Grail. But listen, Ike. You must promise me one thing.
What is it?
When you meet him, you'll exchange blows. If, at that moment, you don't feel you stand a chance, you must flee. There are times when running away is not the same as losing.
Don't you believe in me, Titania?
Of course I do. One day you will defeat the Black Knight, I'm sure of it. That is why I don't want you to lose your life on the first go-round. When that time comes, I promise not to interfere. And I won't let anyone else interfere either. I want you to face him, one-on-one. And I want you to be calm and use your own best judgment. At times, withdrawing can be the key that unlocks a future victory. Don't forget that.
Understood.
Yeah. How long do you think it's been since Ike's father was killed? I tend to think this game takes place over, like, the better part of a year.
Yeah, around that. It's been months.
Yeah, because...
It's been months.
We see winter as we're going through Dan, and I tend to think this is like springtime now.
They definitely take days upon days marching through the continent, so yeah, it's been months since Grail died.
Whew. A lot of growing up in that month, in this 1 year.
More so than any individual should.
General Ike, please come with me. We're getting ready to have a war council and discuss tomorrow's battle. So the Black Knight's in that castle, is he?
There's little doubt about it. That Beorc's a real handful. Even when I attacked him in cat form, I barely scratched him. It's his armor. It's apparently blessed by the goddess. Ordinary weapons, natural or no, can't damage it. Oh, that's just swell. So how are we supposed to defeat him? Angry looks? Leave that to me. I've got a sword that should be effective against him.
I don't like it, but I suppose there's no choice. We don't use weapons or shields. Those are Beorc tools for Beorc alone.
Very well. If the villain in question appears, we'll leave him to General Ike. Now then, shall we determine who among us storms the castle?
Ike, can I talk to you?
Not right now, Mist. We're discussing battle strategy.
I know that. Even so, please. It'll only take a moment.
Mist, I promise I'll make time later. Be patient and wait quietly.
What is it, Dobuch's one? I feel a bit dizzy. May I rest a moment?
Oh, what foul deed is that this rears its ugly head? I added a word there. The gods of war do charge a heavy toll. Bewitch us and attack our very minds. The princess, she is faint and tired. Forgive your humble servant this trespass. Hark, my dear, and bless me with your arm. Good folk, we shall retire for a spell.
Of course, Princess. Please rest and allow us to proceed with the preparations.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Clever there, Elincia. Very clever. What is it? Come on, Mist. You realize the princess was making time for you to talk with me, don't you?
Well, I thought I could talk to you later, but then I changed my mind and wanted to talk to you now.
I've been hoping to talk to you, too. I haven't heard very much from you since the other day.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When you told us that story, I was so shocked. That's why.
The part about Mother's death? And about Father, right?
Uh-huh.
That's only natural. So, you've come to some kind of understanding with it all? Is that it?
At first, I couldn't believe it. The stuff about the medallion and the revival of the Dark God and all that, none of it sounded real. And everything about Father, that was even more unbelievable. It was all I could think about, but I didn't want to think about it anymore. It made my head hurt. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't even sleep. I would just lie awake at night and stare at the tent walls.
Yeah, I was the same way.
I guess my body finally reached its limit. Last night I fell asleep. And when I woke up this morning, I don't know. It was all gone. I only had one emotion left.
One emotion? What was it?
It's hard to say. Sympathy, I suppose?
For Mother?
Uh-huh. And for Father. I think more of him than anyone else. Father and Mother were in love, weren't they? And then the medallion had made Father go... What did you say? Berserk? When he returned to himself, he found Mother. When Father died, it hurt so much. I thought I was going to die. Father must have felt the same. No, he must have felt even worse.
I think you're right. And Father kept it all to himself, too. Mother, the medallion, being hunted. He never said a word to us. It was his burden alone.
The man who killed Father was that knight we saw in Port Toha, right? The one in black armor?
Yes.
You're going to fight him, aren't you? For Father?
Yes, I am. That's one thing I won't let anyone else do in my stead.
Trying to stop you is pointless, I know. If I were stronger, if I were a sword fighter, I'd be doing the same thing.
Luder narrative dissonance. Mist, you are a hell of a sword fighter.
I was gonna say.
It's just gotta be like a ranged magic sword.
Uh-huh. Which I think is useless against the Black Knight.
Yeah.
Mist.
But you must keep your promise. You promised to lead the company in Father's place and to protect me. If you go and get yourself killed, I'll never forgive you.
I understand. That's why I'm not going to lose.
I know.
Aww.
Yeah, her sword is magic, but it's not magic enough. It's gotta be a divine weapon, and I don't think Mist would be able to hold Ragnell.
Yeah, although I would not doubt that maybe Mist could wield some kind of God-blessed weapon. I mean, she can hold the medallion with no issues.
Yeah, it's not the blessed part, it's... With Ragnell, it would be the sheer weight of it.
Yeah, no, Ragnell is a giant of a sword.
And she has little baby arms.
How are you feeling, Princess?
It was a lie. I'm not feeling unwell at all. I'm sorry I fooled you.
Ah, I knew it all along. It was all for Ike and Mist, was it not? It would appear, my dear Princess, that you care for them greatly.
I witnessed the death of both my father and mother. Soldiers fell one after the other, and then I was separated from Joffrey. It was Ike and his friends who rescued me. If not for them, I'm sure I would be dead now. My Lord Ike and Mist, too, know the pain that I carry with me. The pain of losing one's parents in war. That may account for why the two of them, right from the beginning, were so warm and friendly. They gave me the support I needed to survive. Mist and I have continuously encouraged each other to go on. So...
They rescued you and are your patrons. There are those among the soldiers who complain in jealousy of Ike's station, but it is a trivial matter. We, the retainers of House Crimea, find this general very much to our liking.
Bastion, I'm pleased to hear it.
Enough plain speaking. I must ready my silver tongue anew. Shall we return to the council?
Yes.
I love that Bastion is basically like, oh yeah, I'm totally just sweet talking all the time.
I would like to see an Elincia Mist support.
I would
tree.
too.
Sir Knight, the Crimean army will renew their assault of the castle momentarily. The troops we face are not the half-breeds we fought yesterday. It is the army that bested General Bertram. They're not what one would call an easy opponent.
Resolve it.
I beg your pardon?
Hafed, you are in command. The castle defenses are on your shoulders. I have business with General Aina.
Understood. Yeah, so Black Knight's got Ina in the other room, too.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so...
Here we go. Oh, that's a small party. At least compared to what we've been dealing with so far.
Yeah, last time we got 19. So we gotta be careful with these rooms up here, because I believe one of them has a sage with bolting in it. So, same rule whenever you're opening locked rooms. When you open it, have people ready to storm in.
Gotcha. Is everyone ready? The castle's strength has been bolstered with reinforcements from the capital. We must strike now before any more can arrive. If the Black Knight appears, don't try to engage him. He's mine. I will take care of him. Alright. So, let's get a read on what we got here so far. So, indoors, we got warriors, we got feral ones, we got swordsmen, and yeah, these rooms up here are the ones with those bolting spells, right?
Yeah, at least one of them has a bolting sage in it.
Gotcha. We also got thieves,
Oh,
so we gotta move.
thieves on... Are they just on that side?
That's 2 thieves there.
One thief over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we gotta kind of rush.
Yeah. Alright then. Let's pick.
So we were talking about bringing healers. We wanted to bring Reese and Mist.
Yes. For a couple of reasons, but we'll get to that later.
Volk, because there's stuff to unlock.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we're bringing Volk back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay. We need speed. We need speed to be able to, like, rush those thieves, because if we can catch up to them and get them off the board, we'll have all the time in the world to go up to those doors. Because if they unlock those doors as well, that's going to be problematic.
So, like, Joffrey, Oscar, Har...
I think Joffrey and Oscar would be good for now. How much more do we have? We need 11 units, so we got 5 more. We need mages.
Yeah, so I think let's bring Soren in here.
Uh-huh.
I think we should bring Boyd, so that we can crash through these walls.
I agree.
Rayson's always a good pick in general, I think.
Mm-hmm. And let me look at weapons, what we got here so far. We got swords, we got axes, lances, magic, and whatnot. So yeah, we can kind of, like, go at whatever here at this point. Who should we bring?
I'm thinking maybe one more faster-moving unit would help. So, like, maybe Har. I would say Ranulf, but I don't think he's ready to transform right away.
Not unless we give him the demi-band, which we kind of don't want to do.
Yeah, then it's like, what's the point?
Yeah. Honestly, like, I'm kind of tempted to bring Elincia.
Okay.
And finally...
maybe Rolf, maybe Nephany, maybe...
I'm gonna say Nephany, because she's been super reliable lately.
We've kind of been using Nephany as, like, a faster general.
Basically. The other option, because we did give Gatry some bonus experience if we want to bring him, just to get someone bulky.
I'd be happy with either of those.
Let's see. We gave bonus experience to Mist, to Oscar, to Volk, to Reese. Yeah, let's bring Gatry. Let's put that bonus experience to good use.
Okay, so this is Gatry's chance to prove himself here.
Yes. All right. So reposition here. So yeah, I say we have Gatry up front and just like charge these guys. Is he gonna be able to reach them? Now that I think about it. Let me look at his movement. 6. Hello. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, he'll be able to reach those guys. So yeah, he'll be able to come up with someone else, up there. Yeah, let's put Boyd back there actually.
Okay, and we want fast-moving units on the sides to, I think, charge these side flanks and try and get through to these thieves. Unless you'd rather put have the cavalry charge towards the center and go around the corners and head off the thieves.
That actually might also be a good idea, but I also kind of just don't want these units coming after us, like, in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
So, honestly, I'm kind of like, okay, these guys have a bunch of Venom axes and Killer axes, right? That Killer axe is scaring me a little bit.
What if we left our slower units back here to deal with the guys in this room, and had our fast units take the center channel?
I think that's a good idea. In that case, yeah, I think this right here is perfectly fine.
Can we maybe... No? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because, like, keep in mind, Ike is one of our fast units.
Yeah.
Like, we'll have our, yeah, now that you mention it, yeah, I think our best bet is to just kind of, like, go through here, split our party in two, and just, like, go to the sides, and we'll handle it as we go.
Yeah, make them chase us.
Yeah, I think that's our best bet.
Can we just check the center room, make sure there's not any, like, boltings or meteors or something?
Good idea.
Aha!
Aha! So yeah, that is a thing. I think that's something we're just gonna have to grin and bear.
Yeah, if we,
There's no way we're gonna be able to avoid that.
If we send the cavalry up first, they'll be good at dodging it, so maybe... Maybe we'll want Gatry to stay behind and deal with these units coming up from behind.
Well, Gatry is able to handle a bolting shot, as long as he's not taking any other punishment from anyone else.
That's true. Okay.
So yeah, I think we're just gonna have to grin and bear it, and have Reese and Mist on healing duty as a result of this.
Yep. We also got a Soren and Elincia can heal as well.
Yes. I think that's basically what we're gonna have to do. So, are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna have these guys chase us, and we'll handle them as we go.
Forgot about the Rose Reaver.
Yep.
It's fun.
I kind of want to go for that critical.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a... You know what? No, I have an idea. I'm gonna have him attack this guy.
Okay.
And then we'll see what happens.
Come on, Gatry, you can do this. Okay, getting the hit at least. I love when crits do no damage. I love it.
That's not the first time that's happened to Gatry. It probably might not be the last.
Gatry, tanker of crits.
Alright, Ooh, I think I just thought of something. If we put Oscar over here, right? Ooh, I forgot that Flamelands did bonus damage to
yeah, go for
Laguz. Yeah, I think I know how I can handle this, because, like, in this way, that one Laguz is going to come after Oscar as well.
Yeah, as long as we kill these two right here, even if...
Oh my god!
Yeah. Takes care of freaking that.
Okay. Way to start out, Oscar. Jesus. Alright, I am going to get a bead on these guys, just so we know what the safe space is.
So, one idea I have, actually, is if we can use Racin... If we can move Joffrey up a little bit, and then use Racin to let Joffrey move even further, we can start Joffrey over on the right path to head off those two rogues.
Alright. Well, first, Joffrey.
Yeah, Joffrey can also help. Well, it's got to be somewhere Rayson can reach.
Perfection.
Can Rayson get up there?
He cannot. I think this'll. I think it'll have to be something we're gonna have to deal with, because like we do have plenty of time to circumvent those thieves as long as we keep moving.
Okay.
So, can he do it with the steel bow? He's more accurate with the killer bow. I'm gonna guarantee it. Beautiful. I mean, it wasn't a guarantee, but it was more guaranteed than the steel bow.
I do feel bad whenever I play this game that I pretty much never use Titania.
Yeah,
because Titania's good and she's like very like story important.
You just kind of have to keep investing in her, otherwise she falls off really easily.
Yeah, I pretty much never use the like early game paladin characters in any of these.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of tempted to just have Ike go after these guys, take out the one with the killer axe, and then just like, yeah, he's gonna be perfectly fine. So in that regard, actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have Volk move forward. We're gonna have Ike. Yeah, we're gonna have Ike. He only needs one more space to get up there. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move him there, right?
I was more thinking though, use Rayson to hurry the group along the center.
I think we can do that later down the line.
Well, what are you going to do with Ike and Rayson?
Well, with Ike, I'm going to have him come over here so that he can just take this guy out
want him to
right
attack
then
the killer
there.
axe first.
Yeah. Oh, I just recalled. Before that, however, Reese.
Alright, fixing the Brave Sword.
Yep. Remind me to do that with Mist's Sonic Sword as well. Nice! Wait a second, does that mean... Not quite, not quite. Because, like, if he can get up to the point where he can use that Ashura staff...
Yeah, that's an S-rank staff.
That's an S-rank staff, yeah. Alright, make sure I got the right person. Because, yeah, all we need to do is get rid of that guy with the killer axe, and Ike can easily handle the guys with the venons. Holy...
Yeah, like, it really doesn't even matter. I'd say don't start with the Brave Sword, because...
1930... He kind of needs to if we want to get the kill.
But, I mean, we're going to get the kill when he attacks back anyway.
Okay, do we just want to use the Iron Sword?
Yeah. Don't waste the Brave Sword on a bunch of people Ike's going to kill anyway.
Yeah, I just don't want him proccing that 15% critical. I know it's a low chance. I know it's a low chance, but still.
Well, and it's not going to even kill.
This might. Yep.
Like, even if he did crit us, it wouldn't get Ike even in remote danger.
Fair enough. I guess I'm just being a little overly cautious. So yeah, Ike's gonna easily handle this guy. So in that regard, let's go ahead and proc some of these dudes, why don't we? Boyd, that's gonna be your job. Let's have him equipped with the... let's stick with the Iron Axe, it'll be fine.
Oh, I was going to say maybe use that pure water for the bolting.
Aw, nuts, you're right. What can you use, actually? Mend? Oh, right, because they leveled up. No, we don't need to do it with her.
No.
I mean, experience maybe, but... I think we're fine. Alright. Here we go. Yep, he's going after Gatry.
Yeah, so the pure water wouldn't have mattered anyway. Gatry's the favorite to use a spell against.
Yeah, it's only 16 damage though. Again, as long as we keep up, with it, we're fine. Okay, yeah, here they come. Yeah, that guy's got a bow, but that's fine.